Traders, this week has been about capitalizing on the great British pound and its weakness, and today is no different. Welcome to Simply Forex. If you want to improve as a trader, then you're definitely in the right place. Each week, I'm going to give you easy to follow trade ideas, tips, and advice so you too can succeed at trading. And if you stay to the end of the vid, I'm going to give you all of my trade ideas for today, so stay tuned for that. So let's get started, guys. And before we look at pound weakness, which is the catalyst for all of my trades for today, let's take a look at Euro US dollar. Because as you know, well, those of you that follow my channel, we haven't had a trade on the US dollar for some time, right? And let's explain why. Because basically, guys, if you look at Euro US dollar, this is the weekly chart, we are at an important weekly support level. All right, fact. I only deal in facts, okay? And that is a fact. Like, we are clearly in a very bearish downtrend, right? Super bearish, but we're at a support level. So this automatically means no trade for me because I don't want to sell into support. And now, if we look at the day chart, right, and let's go back a couple of days, right? Let's go back to here. And I'm going to show you how the market presents to you opportunities, right? And again, you know, in this day chart, we're firmly in a downtrend, right? And we're at this key level of support. And really, right, the last high that you would need to break, according to this market structure, would be up here. Right, but obviously the market is going to give you an opportunity before then. And if I go back into real time now, okay, you can see this level here has now become the lower high. If we follow structure now, this is where we are at with Euro US dollar. And now for me to take this trade, the market has shown me that this level just needs to be broken, right? If we get a break of structure like this, we know this is a important weekly support level. And if we follow that with a daily break, I will be all over the US dollar and looking to buy Euro US dollar specifically. So that's what I'm waiting for on the US dollar pairs. And if you look at the dollar index, it's exactly the same scenario, right? We're at a weekly resistance level. We know this is an important weekly resistance level. Look at the reaction we had, and we're literally at that same level, okay? And if we go to the day chart, the market has also presented us with this new higher low, okay? So if we look at the chart, this is where we're at, okay? So we've now got this level that if we get a break, will give us the confidence to start selling the dollar or buying Euro US dollar. So this is a perfect example of how you just need to be patient, guys. Wait and wait and wait for that opportunity. This might still not happen, right? This might carry on like this and break this weekly resistance level, okay? But if it doesn't and we get a breakdown of structure, we have an opportunity, and we just need to wait and be patient for these opportunities. So just wanted to share that with you guys off the bat. But now let's look at my trade ideas for today. And like I say, it's all about pound weakness. And let's start with Euro pound. So I'm still in this trade. I actually took a bit of risk off this trade, but I'm still in this trade. And if we look at the day chart, let's start with the weekly chart actually, because we like this weekly support level, right? We've got this level through here. I've had to zoom out so you can see it, guys, but a key weekly support level here. We zoom in, we had a nice, you know, very bullish weekly candle bounce off that level. And then if we go to the day chart, that has manifested into a structure break, right? You can now see we're firmly in an uptrend, right? Higher lows, higher highs. So we're in an uptrend, and the idea is to take price back up to this area of resistance here. And then just look at these wicks as well. I like these wicks. Yeah, this is telling me buyers are pushing this back up. Now, if we drop down to the H4 chart, right, this is interesting, guys, right? So if we drop down to the H4 chart, it's going to be very difficult for you to find an entry, right? It is, because H4 has just been, well, it literally broke down yesterday on the back of the better than expected CPI pound data, right? So H4 structure is in a downtrend. Okay, but I like the daily chart. So H4 becomes a bit of a no trade, right? It's very difficult to get in with this H4 price action. You know, I would have to wait for a break of this level, right? And then you've got about 3 pips to move into. So there may be a need to be a little bit more aggressive and have an H1 entry with this trade. And as you can see, guys, I've pinpointed this area for a H1 entry. So if we look at H1, again, we're still in this downtrend, really. Okay, maybe we get a little bit of another reaction here, and then what we want to see is a break of this level here. You can see my grey support and resistance zone. Want to see a break of this level, maybe a retrace, and then we can look to take price higher. So we really need to look at H1 entry here. And there's a bit of a theme here, guys, with all of the pound pairs. Again, my next trade idea is pound Aussie dollar, and we're looking to sell this. If we start with the day chart, okay, and we zoom in, right, you can see we're clearly in a downtrend. Clearly, right? This candle here broke this low and these lows, which is why I was all over this trade yesterday. I'm in this trade as well. Okay, and you can see we had a nice bearish wick reaction at this level, right? Which is a nice resistance level. And price has come tumbling down ever since. And we want it to continue potentially all the way down to this blue line here. That's the target. So daily's still looking good. If we look at the H4, right, again, off the back of that better than expected CPI, right, pound had a real rally. But it, you know, this is another perfect example of how news has given the pound the rally, but the market still respects the technical level, which is here, right? And ever since we've hit this level, it has come tumbling back down. So this is where we're at, guys, right? And again, the H4 is a little tricky to trade, right? Because we're at pretty much the H4 low, right? So again, I've dropped down to the H1. Because if you look at the H1, guys, there's a level through here where you can see price has been reacting at this level. So we could wait for a retrace into here, right? Moving average 20 comes round, start selling here, put your stop above here with a view to taking price lower. Now, looking at those H4 candles, we might not get this retrace. You know, then no trade. But like I say, I'm already in this pound Aussie dollar sell. And if you want all of my signals, guys, literally every day, then please come join our VIP Trading Academy, okay? We've given you free access to that right now if you sign up with one of our brokers. Also, don't forget to join our trading community, our wonderful, beautiful community. Come join our free Discord channel. And also right now, guys, we've got a promotion running with Blueberry Funded if you went 25% off any funded challenge. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button, and come join me for the live stream 7 a.m. EST today. So that's the pound Aussie dollar. And then also looking at pound New Zealand. Right, okay, again, this has become a bit of a H1 entry too, but let's start with the daily chart. And again, very similar scenario to pound Aussie dollar, obviously, right? We're in a downtrend. We've retraced to a nice area of resistance here. Admittedly, the reaction isn't as nice as we had with the pound Aussie dollar, right? But there's still a reaction here. And the idea would be to come back down, all the way back down to here, this 2.1400 psychological level. And then if we look at the H4, right, there's this nice trend line coming down, right? You know, the market has been, actually, let me include this in the structure. The market has been coming down nicely, respecting this trend line level, okay? You can see it keeps bouncing off that level. Okay, so this is what we want to see. I just want one more piece of confluence. Like, you know, obviously we've got a bearish reaction so far, but what I want to see is this, guys. So if we now drop down to the H1 chart, okay, you can see there's this H1 level, right? So you can see here, price has been obeying this support level here, but if we get a nice bearish reaction here and we break this level, I think pound New Zealand dollar is a good trade as well. Start selling here, stop above here with a view to coming back down to these lows, if not further. Okay, so pound New Zealand dollar sells as well. And I'm also keeping an eye on pound yen, but the yen pairs, just there's so much contradiction on the yen pairs, right? Let me give you an example. Before we look at pound yen, let's take a look at euro yen. So if you looked at the monthly, right, you would be saying, Tom, let's buy this bad boy. And I would be, you are bloody right. Yeah, we're in an uptrend. We're above the moving average 20. We've got these bullish wicks, this bullish candle. I'd be like, yes, let's buy this back up to here, right? Monthly says, buy me, buy me. Okay, the weekly is in an uptrend, right? We've broken this level. We're clearly in an uptrend, right? But look at the last two. So we're in an uptrend, but look at the last 2 week candles, right? Super bearish. Remember, this candle hasn't finished forming yet, so we can't include this, but lots of selling pressure. So the weekly is uptrend, but lots of selling pressure, a bit contradictory. We like the monthly chart to buy, but then let's look at the daily chart, right? That is clearly a downtrend, right? And that is telling us to sell, right? Lower highs, lower lows. That's telling me I can sell it back down to this level. So you got a bit too much contradictory information. And just to confirm that, look at these candles. Look at that candle. Look at the wick on that. And then look at this candle. Look at the wick on that. That just tells you there's so much. Buyers and sellers are not sure, right? No one's dominating. It comes down to a certain level. Buyers get involved. It pops up to a certain level. Sellers get involved, right? And so euro yen typifies this contradiction on yen pairs. But looking at pound yen, again, let's do the same approach, right? Now, the monthly chart is still, you know, pretty much a buying opportunity, right? We're in this uptrend, but look at the wick on this monthly candle, right? The euro yen candle didn't have that. Okay, so this is a little bit different, but you would still buy that monthly chart. If we look at the weekly chart, again, similar scenario to euro yen, we are in an uptrend. Okay, yeah, we're in an uptrend, but look at all these selling candles. Okay, and then if we look at the day chart, a wonderful selling opportunity, right? It really is. You know, we've broken down, right? Price is in a downtrend. We've retraced all the way to the moving average 20, which we know is great value, and we got this nice bearish wick, right? You know, that would be a lovely sell trade. But again, look at this wick followed by this wick. Contradiction again. What I would be waiting for, guys, is this, right? There's a H4 level here. Okay, you can see we was in a H4 downtrend, and then look how volatile the yen has been, we're like, right, this is in a downtrend, and within about 16, 20 hours we're in an uptrend, right? And now price has come back down to this level. So this is a key level. I want to see what price does around here. If it pushes on up, okay, not interested. But if it does something like this, pushes up, and then we break it, I'd be interested in selling pound yen. All right, guys. So yeah, those are my trade ideas. Please subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to join me for the live stream today, 7 a.m. EST. Check out all the promotions and everything we've got running, guys, in the vid description, and I'll see you later.